here, and what we want to do is get the black cylinder. So that's this piece here, guys. Now what you can do also is apply a little bit of glue to these just to make sure they're not going to fall off the piece when you put it on. So I'm going to apply just a tiny bit of glue. You don't want Darth Vader's parts and everything, like elements, wherever they are, coming off there. Right, you've got all these holes here, but it's not as complicated as it looks. Basically, these are a bigger gap to the centre there, so these will only go on those centre holes. That makes sense. So push that down like that. So what I'm trying to say is the gap between the pins would not fit that, because that's a bigger gap the holes are. What you want to do is apply that black cylinder, and just here you've got like a little line there. You'll know if you've got rocks, that's got to be pointing upwards, like so. So what we're going to do then is take the red and then apply that to the smaller hole there, and then just, this is going to keep moving because it's not secure as yet. Just put the wires down there for now, just so they're safe until we've got further instructions of what we're going to do with them. And then what we want to do, if you can see there, you've got that little circular thing there, that's got to go over the speaker like so. And then these little pins here have just got to go. We've got 4 holes here, guys, but there is only 2 what they'll fit in, which is the bigger of the 4, if that makes sense. There we go. They're like a diagonal pin as well, so you've got to put them in diagonally, if that makes sense. Look at that. I love that. Yeah, it's taking shape now. So that. Hey all, and welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a very, very merry Christmas and enjoying all your festivities. Hope you've got all the presents you wanted. Hope you and your family, whoever you're spending time with this Christmas, are having a fun time. Well, here we are again anyway, guys. I did say I'd try and get a video out on Christmas Day, and hopefully if you're watching this Christmas Day, I haven't done. Today, guys, I'm bringing you Darth Vader from the Agnostini fan arm. Brilliant build this, guys. This is issue 3. And look at this. Massive pack today. This is the other side of Darth Vader's head, so I'm really excited about doing this. I hope you are too, guys. Let's take a couple of minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to take, but whatever this video takes, take that little bit of time out, guys, or watch with your family, whatever, and enjoy the Darth Vader from fan arm. If you've not already subscribed, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also comment, share, press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put this build or anything else I'm building at the minute up on the channel. But without further ado, guys, sit back, relax, drink some eggnog or whatever you're drinking on these festivities, or whatever beverage you're going to take, beer, wine, whatever, or if you're tucking into that turkey, sit back, relax, guys, and enjoy Darth Vader from fan arm. Looking at the mag and the parts we've got with this Darth Vader build, whilst you probably binged with all your food you've had today on Christmas Day, or maybe you haven't, I don't know, but whatever you're doing, guys, sit back, relax, and let's get on with this build of the Darth Vader from fan arm. First of all, we'll take a look through the mag. Usual brilliant content. Look at this, guys. Nice little cartoon pictures, like a comic picture. Jabba, love it. I do love Star Wars. It reminds me of my youth when I used to watch Star Wars on Christmas Day. Always used to be on the telly Christmas Day, and that's why I'm a massive fan, guys. It brings back my childhood. You never grow out to watch Star Wars, never. But anyway, here's the parts we've got. We've got a lot of parts, so I'm not going to go on saying what parts we've got. I'll just tell you what I'm doing on the way through this build. We've got a lot going on, as you can see. By the looks of it, we are going to need a bit of glue today. So yeah, let's crack on with this, guys. As you can see, there's a lot going on, so I'm not going to hang about it. That's what we're going to be ending up with, doing the voice box, etc. on Darth Vader's helmet. Pretty cool. It looks like we've got around 12 steps. So yeah, as I say, we're pretty busy. So sit back, relax, guys, and let's crack on with this build. As you can see, guys, this pack of issue 3 is massive. So what I'm going to do is take this out of here carefully, get all the pieces laid out, and we're going to crack on with instruction 1 and get on with this brilliant, amazing Darth Vader build from fan art. Okay, so for instruction 1, we're going to take these parts which we received in a previous issue, and we're going to take, basically doing the griller here, guys. I'm going to take this piece here, which is DV0216. They do like the big numbers for these parts, guys, in this build. And what we're going to do is apply that to this part here after putting this grill in first, which is DV0217. So what we do is just pop that in there like that. That's how that's looking, that side, pretty cool. And then take this piece here and put that over like so. And you've got like a little indent just there where that rests, so it's not going to move anywhere. That's how that's looking from that side. So what I'll do is carefully just leave that there a second. And then for instruction 2, we need to bring over the speaker. This is where the sound's going to be coming from. Darth Vader sound. Sorry about that. What I'm going to do is pop this like so. And I think this can only go in one way, because what you need to do is make sure you're not going to pinch any of the wiring further down the line, and plus you want the wire going down there like that. So after fitting the speaker, guys, you want to get your motion sensor and then apply that to the smaller hole there, and then just, this is going to keep moving because it's not secure as yet, just put the wires down there for now, just so they're safe until we've got further instructions of what we're going to do with them. And then we move on to step 3. What we're going to do here is get these sort of, it look like wire, I don't know what they're called, to be fair. They're called meshes, internal neck meshes. What we're going to do is apply these just here. So there's going to be one there and one there. Now it says you can glue these also, guys, but I don't think you're going to have to. And we've got some sticky adhesive on that side, so I wouldn't have thought you've got to glue them. Now what you're going to do is apply one there and just feed it around the crevices just like that. Pretty cool. It's a shame you're not going to see in here though, but that's what you're going to do. That's what happens with these builds. So I can see why you might have to put a bit of glue. I'll see how mine goes. It does seem to be coming away from the plastic. What I'm going to do is just move these out of the way for a second, just while I concentrate on putting these on. And you know what? It's not going to do me no harm if I do apply a bit of glue to this. See, the most of it has stuck. It only takes that one bit not to be glued or sticking, and then you're going to keep having it come away from the plastic. So I'm going to just hold that for a couple of seconds. The rest doesn't seem too bad. I think we'll be all right with that. That's how that's looking. And then we're going to do the same again with this side. So if I just bring this other neck mesh over, and this time I'll put some glue on this. And then we'll do the same and glue it this side. Put it into position. And then just make sure those are nice and flush into the grooves. Allow your glue to set. This side's just still finding its stickiness. little glue in a sec. Yeah, and when that's all done, guys, then you need to put your speakers back into taking them out like I just have before we continue with adding the other pieces to this part of the build. So we'll put everything back, the motion sensor and the speaker, and then what we're going to do now is crack on and move on to step 4. Okay, so the start of step 4, we need to apply these plastic little pieces which are down as the synthesizer studs. Basically we just push those into the hole. They're a pretty tight fit, guys, so you don't have to glue these in, but look effective. Look at that. Same with this side. Yeah, very tight fit, so you do not need to glue these, guys. Just make sure you got them in. There you go. That's how they're looking. Look at that. Pretty cool. Just these fine little details make this pop, guys. So yeah, that's the synthesizer studs. And then what we've got to do is now take these two pieces, which are known as the ends of the voice synthesizer, we assembled in issue 2. So what we're going to do is apply these to that little slit there. Just push those in. No glue is needed, but I might put some glue in because they're going to keep popping back out. So we're going to apply these two pieces. I'm going to put a little bit of glue, guys, because then I know, peace of mind, they're not going to come out. And to be fair, it does say use glue if you want to. And I think we need to, as these just keep dropping out. So I'm going to get these put on, glued and stuck, and then we'll be moving on of attaching this to Darth Vader's helmet. Just takes a few minutes for this glue to set. So yeah, come back with me a sec, guys, when we're attaching this to Darth Vader's helmet. So these should be all stuck now with the glue. It does take a while for the glue to set sometimes. What we're going to do now, just bear with me if you can't see what I'm doing at the minute, guys. I'm just having to hold this speaker so it don't come back out again. Just move the wire in up here like so. And then what we want to do, if you can see there, you've got that little circular thing there. That's got to go over the speaker. Now just be careful not to pinch any of your wires. I'm just looking. Yeah, they go through there like so. And then you can see that is nice and flush. Look at that. Brilliant. So what you want is your wires coming out of those little square holes there. Obviously these will be tied down eventually or plumbed through Darth Vader's neck or whatever. But for now, we're going to have to keep bearing with them, keep bouncing back. But you can see this mesh also just goes in flush with this part we've just put. So if I just get a screw lined up and get these screwed in. Tell you what, they all seem alive, these screws, just lately. Bouncing about everywhere. Right, line that up, screw that in, nice and tight. So this is in position now. It's not going to keep falling out of Darth Vader's head mouthpiece. Just line another one up. Yeah, and put these two C screws to tighten this mouthpiece into Darth Vader's head. Right, so that's those two in, and that's how that's looking at the end of step 4. And that's how that's looking, guys, when all that's attached. And then you've got your wires all plumbed in there. Pretty cool. Now for step 5, guys, we've got all these parts here. These are the mouthpiece studs, the end of the left mouthpiece cable, and then we have got the upper channel of the left cable support. Very complicated. This is at this stage, guys, but I'm loving it. First of all, we need to get this black pipe. Just see what it's called, the V0313. This is the mouthpiece cable. And then we're putting the stud on, which is metal, so that's pretty cool. It's a D-shaped hole, guys, so it only goes on one way. So when you've lined that up, look at that. That is making it pop, really is. And then what you're going to do, you've got these two pins here, and you want to place this over these pins. So let me just get that lined up like that. That's it. And that's how that's looking at that stage of this step 5 so far. And then we've got this piece here. Then we've got these two red pieces, which are the lower cables. Again, just put that over these two pins. Line them up when you're happy. Obviously push them on to those pins, but make sure they're on them pins before you push on them, guys, because you don't want to break any of your parts. Now this looks very simple, which is not too difficult, but to be fair, these are more thingy to put on than you think. I think they will only go on one way. So you want one on the bottom row of pins and one at the top. There we go, so that's on that one. And then what you want is like a V shape, so you've got that one going to the bottom, and then this one's going towards the top. There we go. So that's how that's looking at the minute. Pretty weird, I know, but hey, and then what I want to do is apply that to these pins what are on the side of the Darth Vader face mouthpiece, whatever you want to call it. And then that's it. So yeah, that's how that should be looking, guys, and those red pipes look like they're going into all the mouthpiece. Pretty cool. You line those pins up, and then what we're going to do is screw a, what letter screw is it? A screw from underneath there, so it's secure it. So that is all secure then. So just line that hole up and get that screwed in. Yeah, there we go. That's nice and tight and now secure. They're not moving anywhere. Look at that. Ain't that looking cool? Pretty cool. Right, now we've got to move on to step 7. Now guys, what we've got to do is take this sort of look like an arrow sort of thing and apply the stud into the end like so. And then these little pins here have just got to go. You've got 4 holes here, guys, but there is only 2 what they'll fit in, which is the bigger of the 4, if that makes sense. There we go. They're like a diagonal pin as well, so you've got to put them in diagonally, if that makes sense. But look at that. I love that. Yeah, it's taking shape now. So that takes us to the end of step 7. We have got to put this on, guys, but I think further down the line it's asking us to put the stud. So what I'm going to do is just do it now. So I'm just bringing the parts over. There we have the stud. Again, just put it in the end of that piece, like so, and then attach it. I think this is the step 7, no, step 9 should I say. But I'm doing it now, why not? Just turn that around. I'm eager like that, guys. So yeah, again, push those into the corresponding holes. You have to put them in a diagonal way, if that makes sense. You can't just push them against it. I can't explain it. If you was doing it, you'd know what I mean. But yeah, you like push them to the left now, if that makes sense for me. You're right as you're watching it on video. Why they've done like that, I don't know. But it works. Right, so we've got to get that hole right. That big pin, and then there we go. There we go. Brilliant. Look at that. It's taking shape, guys. It really is. Now what we've got to do, because that's the end of step 7, we've got to do what we've done here, which is step 8. They are called the mouthpiece cables, but these have to be put on the right way, guys, or it doesn't fit, story short. So again, I'll just bring the box over to get this piece out. And then what we're going to do is apply that on the end of this black pipe. And then how it does it, look, you have to basically, it's got to be right here, guys. If you don't get this right, it does not work. Apply it to those two pins. So you've got a flat piece here, and that's got to be the right way around, or it's just not happening. And that's not the right way around. That has got to be sticking upwards like that. So you apply that like that on those two top pins, and then you take this one, this piece, apply that to the middle, and the same with this one. Apply that to the bottom too. And that's how that's looking at that stage of this step 8. And then what we've got to do is, again, shortly we've got to get another screw, just pushing those together to attach it to this piece here. So if you can see there, guys, you've got 2 pins. What we do is just line that up, just go with it, guys. It is doable. And you see, they do fall out. That happened 3 times on the other one, so I'm going to put them back in together, and we'll come back shortly, screwing that to that piece there. And then we're going to secure that with a screw there. There we go. Those are nice and tight. And there we have all that fitted, looking pretty cool. Love it. Now, step 9 we've already done, guys. As I just said a few minutes ago, was basically putting the other side of this on. So those are all been put on. So we're going to fast forward now to step 10. And we've only got a few more steps to do in this issue, guys, and then your Christmas Day video is all done and dusted. Right, so yeah, that's how that's looking at that stage. I'm going to put that to one side. And then what we need then is the other side of the head, which is here. Very exciting, guys. We are actually putting Darth Vader's helmet, head, whatever you want to call it, together. Here we go. I love it, because each step of this build, we're bringing Darth Vader to life. So you just got to line this up. You've got like clips. If you just see those little pins, clips there, you've got to put the pins into the right holes. Make sure they're in the right position before pushing together, or else you're going to snap something. And then when they are, once you put them together, I'm just being careful not to scratch the outer of the head. Don't be doing that. I tell you what, I'm going to get my microfiber cloth just to lay on the desk. There we go. That is together now, guys. I tell you what, with this build, to do like you're putting diagonal pins in. So as you're pushing the pins, it's not just pushing together. It's like a diagonal push down, but it works. But there you go. That is all together now. Now what I've got to do is apply 2 screws into these little holes here. So let me just line one of these screws up. As you can see, I've got my cloth out, guys, because I don't want to damage Darth Vader's helmet. I don't want to scratch it. So yeah, let's get these screwed in. And these are B screws. You're going into plastic, guys, so you shouldn't have any problems getting these in. I can't believe I'm actually attaching the 2 sides of his helmet together. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is taking shape now. It really is. Yeah, so I'll get this nice and tight. And then we're nearly done, guys, for this Christmas Day video of Darth Vader. Let's make sure these are nice and tight. Brilliant, so that's how that's looking. Love it. Now what we've got to do is bring this part of Darth Vader over. And we've got to get 2 more pieces to fit to this, and that is it for the video, guys, today. Right, so these are the mask rods. There's 2 of these for each side of his face. You can see there, you can see here, you've got all these pins. This rectangular one will go in the rectangular hole. So let's just get this put on, guys, and see how it looks. Again, it's like a diagonal pin, so just be careful that you're not going to damage any of the pins as you're pushing onto Darth Vader's face. So what you got to do is, I can't explain, it's like a diagonal push, that's all I can say. And it goes in easy. If you're trying to just push against it, it does not work. But yeah, that's that one, which is left one. Now we've got to put the right one on. Right around, that's it. There we go. And that's it. Brilliant. Stay tuned to then, guys. I will show you a nice little outro of this Darth Vader build from Fanarm. I'm really enjoying it. There's times where it's a bit, not difficult, but a bit demanding to get done. Things like little things, what you've got to put on, and it's fiddly. Like, for example, these, that took me longer than what was on video. There was all I think you've got to get these red bits here the right way. If that thicker one's at the bottom, it will not fit and it just does not work. But it's doable, obviously. It's not too difficult, but it's just a bit using your brain sometimes. The instructions are okay, but yeah, you've just got to get things like that right in these builds, guys. But it works out, as you can see. So that's all that done. That's that done. And I've also got that. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good Christmas day. Take care. And that is it for this Christmas Day video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it, of the Darth Vader. We've worked more on the head today, the helmet, looking pretty cool, guys. Very excited about this build. I just don't know where I'm going to put it. As you can see, the gap I've got on these shelves, this is not going to fit. I'm not sure now without looking at how big this thing is, but it's going to be big. Whether I put him down here and put another shelf, I don't know. That's in the future. Just live for now, guys. But it's a wicked build, guys. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed spending my Christmas Day with you for this little period of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Remember to give us a big like. Would really appreciate that. And subscribe for more if you haven't done so already. I'll see you later, guys. Take care. Merry Christmas. Peace.